Anime is coming back with a bang this summer, and the best way to watch it is with the OG streaming service Crunchyroll. God of High School, ReZero Season 2, Fire Force Season 2, and new Sword Art Online episodes are coming to Crunchyroll this summer and will be streaming in beautiful high definition on all your devices. Try Crunchyroll Premium right now for free with the link down below, crunchyroll.com/geekdom. Try it out and don't miss a single episode of all the new anime coming out. Plus, classic favorites from the past are still available on Crunchyroll. Hours and hours of anime at your disposal. Try it out. So we've got quite a bit of stuff to cover when it comes to Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 63 spoilers. Dragon Ball Hype has read the manga and has dropped a whole bunch of information. Not every detail has been revealed yet in the manga chapter, but enough of us to get an idea of what happened. So I want to give you a warning. We're going to be in this video reading what Hype has to say. These are legitimate spoilers from the manga chapter, and I'll be showing y'all some screenshots of it. They are legitimate, and I want to say that we will be going through a lot of stuff because this is one of the most packed manga chapters as far as what happens. A lot of stuff happens in this manga chapter. Some have complained about the pacing of the Moro arc being a bit too slow, then too fast, and things of that nature, inconsistent. And the reality is that this manga chapter is super fast. I mean, like I said, a bunch of stuff happens. I made the joke on Twitter that it's like an episode of Monday Night Raw from the Attitude Era. So much stuff is going on in every segment. So, all right, you've been warned. Let's get right into the spoilers right now. So, Dragon Ball Hype writes, and if you guys remember, the last manga chapter ends with Mirus and Moro going face to face. While Mirus is fighting Moro, Dende heals Goku, who arrives at the battlefield again. Right after that, Dende is also healing everyone else. So, Opie and I talked about this being the case, and it's exactly what happens. Mirus is a distraction so that Dende can go heal everybody else. Then he writes, as Goku arrives at the battlefield, he taps into UI Omen and charges at Moro, but Moro defeats him once again with ease. So, once again, Goku's able to, at will, use UI Omen, and Moro beats him again. And that's pretty cool because I don't recall Jiren being able to dispatch UI Goku this easily. So Moro may have actually been able to surpass Jiren when it comes to actually being able to handle UI Omen. I don't think he's been able to really surpass him because silver-haired UI and Jiren did go toe-to-toe for a while. And I'm not sure if Moro can do that. But when it comes to the Omen version, he certainly has. He's getting closer, is what I'm trying to tell you. Not he surpassed him, but he's getting closer. After defeating Goku, Moro sneaks and tries to hold Mirus' neck so he could copy his abilities, but Mirus uses his angel staff to stop it, and Moro fails to copy. So, Moro fails to do it. Now, it says, this is pretty cool right here. Using his angel staff and a gun, Mirus destroys, and of course, you guys have to remember, the staff he's using, it's the angel staff, but he's using it as if it were the power pole at the Nyoibo. So, he's using it in combat. So anyways, Hype says, using his angel staff and a gun, which is the Galactic Patrol gun, Mirus destroys the crystals, stones Moro has in both hands. And of course, if you remember, those stones are what 7-3 is able to use to copy abilities. So now, he's pretty much prevented Moro from copying any more abilities, which to me is really interesting. Again, more stuff happens, guys. There's a lot packed into this chapter. After breaking the stones he had in his hands, Mirus powers up and the halo appears around him. So he goes into angel mode. He's about to charge at Moro again, but right in that instant, Beerus and Whis arrive at the battlefield. So Beerus and Whis are there. Now, I know a lot of folks are thinking that Beerus is going to fight Moro, but that doesn't appear to be the case. As the halo appears, Mirus somewhat becomes transparent. Right after that, he quickly charges at Moro. While he's going towards him, Mirus remembers his chat with Goku in the time chamber. Beerus and Whis don't stop him, by the way. And he writes, trying to stop Mirus, Moro throws a big blast at him, but it doesn't work. Mirus appears right in front of his face. So, Mirus is now in angel mode. He's no longer doing the Galactic Patrol, the disguise. He's fully in angel mode. I'm not really sure why he did that. I'm sure that'll be explained probably when the translations come out. And I might get those for you guys in the next few hours, if not tomorrow. But tomorrow is when the actual manga chapter will drop, so I will be doing a review on the channel. And of course, Saturday afternoon, I will be doing a stream here once again, discussing the manga chapter with all of you, so we can all kind of give our thoughts, and I'll be taking your questions and whatnot. We can interact in the chat room. So remember for that. So you get your review on Thursday, and then Saturday will be the live stream. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So again, he's in angel mode, and Beerus and Whis appear, and I'm guessing that they're there to try to talk him out of it. To try to talk him out of maybe costing himself his own life. But again, we do not have details on the dialogue yet. That will all be covered in the next couple of days. But it says they don't stop him. So, of course, angels do have free will. As Beerus appears in front of him, he punches the big stone Moro had in his head, which breaks. Moro falls to the ground. So the crystal that Moro has in his head shatters. Now, presumably speaking, this crystal has more to do with the 7-3 side of Moro than the Moro side of Moro. Because remember, the regular Moro didn't have that. So it just kind of seems like, this is a major deal here. So basically, the fact that Beerus punched Moro and shattered that crystal, that counts as angelic interference. Presumably. Again, I want to repeat to you guys, we don't have all translations yet, but this is what's going on. So, Beerus simply starts disappearing, fading away in pieces. So it's kind of like the Infinity Gauntlet gimmick, yo. It's, like from Infinity War. Like, it kind of comes off like that. I'll show you guys what it looks like here in a minute. He looks at Goku and has a smile on his face. He says something to him and then disappears completely. And then he's in a similar position back to front when he saw Frieza killing Krillin and was about to go Super Saiyan. Chapter ends here with a cliffhanger. So the cliffhanger, guys, presumably is that Goku is getting very, very angry. And does this mean he's going to tap into Mastered UI? Tough to say. Remember, Mastered UI is not really triggered by anger. It's about the opposite. It's about letting yourself go. So, again, though, there might be some training that Beerus gave Goku, because this whole thing's about completing Goku's training. So, this may end up leading to Goku being able to willfully tap into MUI, but that remains to be seen. Hype says that Goku is in complete shock after Beerus appears. In the last page, there's a small talk with Beerus and Whis, a big panel of Goku standing back to front in position with his head down, and chapter ends, posting images in a bit. So, it's basically the way that Goku looked when Krillin died on Namek, and like Gohan's doing that whole where he's freaking out over it, he's looking down. So Goku's about to get very, very angry at the fact that Beerus is gone. Moro didn't really kill Beerus though. Beerus did it of his own volition. Don't forget that it was his choice. So here are some shots of what we see. There we have Goku once again using UI Omen. Beerus is there, not quite in full angelic garb yet. Beerus once again going after Moro, and Moro being able to dodge, or not dodge, block, or it looks like he just eats it. He eats the kick to the shoulder. And here we have Goku trying to attack Moro, but Moro is now dodging. Now you have to understand something. With Beerus destroying the crystal, that tells me, and again, I'm speculating, that all of the abilities that Moro retained from 7-3, meaning Vegeta's spirit fission, meaning the moves that he learned from Piccolo, the moves he learned from Gohan. I'm thinking what might happen is with that crystal being destroyed, Moro might not have those abilities anymore, in which case Moro might be screwed. I mean, at this point, I feel like if he doesn't have those powers anymore, I feel like Goku and Vegeta, even without silver-haired UI, can probably take him on. Let's see here. And then we have this shot of Moro just easily dispatching UI Omen Goku, right? And then he actually says, small correction, Beerus fire shot at Moro using his angel staff itself, not a separate gun, which breaks Moro's stone in one of his hands. So it's not a gun, it's the actual staff. Here we have Moro actually trying to absorb Beerus's power, but it does not work. Or copy his power, not absorb, copy his power. And this is where he whips out the angelic staff. And as you can see right there, the staff has like the orb on the tip of it, so it's definitely angelic powers. Don't forget that Moro already knows at this point that Beerus is indeed an angel. And there we have, as you can see right there on your screen, we have the shot of the the crystal on his hand being destroyed, and that will stop Moro from absorbing power. And here we have him sort of using the staff as a gun, like a rifle. He's holding like a Call of Duty rifle and blasting the other one. So I think that's pretty cool the way they did that. Miris is definitely the savior here. I am going to be criticizing this when I get the full chapter, because I've talked about in the past how I don't want gods involved in mortal matters anymore, because I think it takes away from the importance of mortals kind of fending for themselves. Although in this case, Miris did possibly lose his life. We'll see what happens. It's still a thing where, you know, I don't want them involved. But we'll see where it goes. I don't want to write it off just yet. Anyways, that seems to be the final... Wait, no. Hold on. Here are the final pages of the chapter. So Miris, of course, disappears. Says something to Goku that has not been translated yet. That's still being worked on. Goku is freaking out. Miris is vanishing, you know, probably telling Goku some advice on how to use MUI or, you know, Master Omen, whatever. And then here he disappears into dust. And then here Goku is just there, just angry. And Whis and Beerus say something. So we'll see where this goes. I mean, this could actually lead to Goku mastering UI, the silver-haired version, or at least tapping into it again. But at the same time, I think it's too soon for him to do that. However, we'll see how it plays out. I keep saying we'll see because I don't want to judge this until we have the entire context of what's going to happen. But it seems like Goku may actually use, you know, silver-haired UI now. That's what it seems to me, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see what happens. Vegeta still has his ability, so either way, Moro is now surrounded and is going to be in deep trouble because he can't take your powers anymore. So even though he probably is strong, he's probably not going to make it out of the next few chapters. Based on this, guys, I'm going to guess this manga chapters or this manga arc is going to end sometime before the end of the year. Unless there's a big twist, I can see this manga arc ending by November. That's my guess. That would make it exactly 2 years since it began, so that could be the entire Moro arc. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's it. If I get more stuff, I will, of course, make a video on it in more detail. And, of course, I'll have my review up sometime tomorrow. Thank you again, as always, for supporting the channel. Subscribe if you have not. Hit the notification bell. Some of y'all aren't getting the videos because YouTube is broken. And check out these videos as well you see on your screen now. And let's see what happens, because a lot of stuff happens. And we'll see where it goes. Love you. Talk to you soon.